Hey, what's up everyone, it's Friends29 here and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into some stuff that honestly sounds like it's pulled straight from a sci-fi movie, but I promise you, it's all happening right now. Technology, as we all know, is moving at an absolutely breakneck pace. Every year, every month, sometimes it feels like every week there's a new breakthrough, a new gadget, a new capability that just redefines what we thought was possible. It's easy to get a little desensitized to it all, to just accept the latest innovation as the new normal. But every now and then, you stumble across a piece of information, a statistic, or a development that just stops you in your tracks. These are the kinds of facts that make you lean back and go, wait, what? They challenge your perception of how far we've come and maybe more importantly, where we're headed. Technology is evolving faster than ever, but some facts are so insane you'll think they're science fiction. And that's exactly what we're exploring today. I've dug up some of the most mind-bending tech realities out there. So, I've put together a list of 10 crazy tech facts that I think will genuinely blow your mind. Some of these you might have heard whispers about, others might be completely new, but I guarantee each one will give you something to think about. We're talking AI, computing power, robotics, and a whole lot more, so buckle up, get comfortable, and let's get into these incredible and sometimes unbelievable truths about the world of technology we live in. This is going to be a good one. Alright, so kicking things off with a fact that, on the surface, might seem simple, but the scale of it is just staggering. We're talking about the sheer number of connected devices in the world. Right now, estimates put the figure at over 15 billion active internet-connected devices. Now let that number sink in for a moment. 15 billion. And then consider that the current global human population is hovering around 8 billion. That means, on average, there are nearly 2 connected devices for every single man, woman, and child on this planet. It's a pretty wild ratio when you stop and think about it. This explosion of devices forms the backbone of what we call the Internet of Things, or IoT. It's creating an unprecedented web of interconnectedness that touches almost every aspect of modern existence. It's a planet of devices, and we're just living in it. So, let's talk about artificial intelligence. For a long time, when we thought about AI, we mostly pictured it doing analytical tasks, crunching numbers, or maybe playing games like chess. But the landscape of AI has dramatically shifted, and it's now stepping firmly into a realm we once thought was exclusively human: creativity. It's not just about being smart anymore. AI is demonstrating genuine artistic and imaginative capabilities, and it's happening faster than many of us anticipated. We're seeing tools like OpenAI's ChatGPT generate human-quality text, from poems and scripts to complex articles and even code. Then you have image generation models like Midjourney or DALL-E, where you can type a textual description, no matter how bizarre or fantastical, and the AI will conjure up a unique piece of artwork, a photorealistic image, or a stylized illustration in seconds. AI is no longer just an analytical engine. It's becoming a powerful and versatile creative partner, or even a creator in its own right. Now let's take a step back in time, way back to the dawn of the digital age. The very first general-purpose, programmable electronic digital computer was a machine called ENIAC, which stands for Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer. It was built during World War II, completed in 1945 at the University of Pennsylvania, and its primary purpose was to calculate artillery firing tables for the US Army. When I say this thing was big, I mean it was colossal. ENIAC wasn't something you could just place on a table. It filled an entire room, occupying about 1,800 square feet of floor space. And its weight, over 27 tons. Yet, ENIAC was a monumental achievement. It was the machine that proved that large-scale electronic computation was feasible, paving the way for all the digital technology that followed. Alright, let's talk about a company that's pretty much synonymous with the internet, for a lot of us: Google. We use their services every single day. Search, Gmail, YouTube, Maps, and they all seem to work so seamlessly, so intuitively. But what you might not realize is the extent to which artificial intelligence is the invisible engine driving almost everything Google does. It's not just 1 or 2 AI models, we're talking about hundreds, potentially thousands, of sophisticated AI systems working behind the scenes, constantly learning and adapting. Take Google Search for instance. When you type in a query, AI algorithms like RankBrain and BERT are working to understand the intent and context behind your words, not just matching keywords. They analyze synonyms, nuances, and even misspellings to deliver the most relevant results from trillions of web pages in a fraction of a second. Then there's Gmail. Ever wonder how it's so good at filtering out spam and phishing emails? That's AI at work. And of course, here on YouTube, AI is a massive part of the experience. So the next time you're using a Google product, remember that there's a vast, intricate network of AI working tirelessly to make it all happen. This next one is a bit of a throwback, but it was a watershed moment in the history of artificial intelligence, and its significance still resonates today. We're talking about the famous chess matches between IBM's supercomputer Deep Blue and the reigning world chess champion at the time, Garry Kasparov. The first match took place in 1996, and Kasparov actually managed to win. But IBM went back to the drawing board, significantly upgrading Deep Blue's capabilities. The rematch happened in 1997, and this time, the outcome was different. Deep Blue defeated Kasparov, marking the first time a computer had beaten a reigning world chess champion in a standard tournament match format. Here's a fact that always gets me, and it really puts the pace of technological advancement into perspective. Think about the smartphone in your pocket or in your hand right now. That sleek device which you use for calls, texts, social media, games, and a million other things is astronomically more powerful than all the computing technology NASA had at its disposal for the Apollo 11 mission, the mission that put the first humans on the moon in 1969. The Apollo Guidance Computer, AGC, which was crucial for navigating the lunar module, had a processor running at about 2 MHz. It had roughly 2 kilobytes of RAM and 36 kilobytes of ROM. Now compare that to a modern smartphone. Even a mid-range smartphone today typically has a multi-core processor running at gigahertz speeds, gigabytes of RAM, that's millions of kilobytes, and hundreds of gigabytes of storage. The entire Apollo 11 mission's computing capability could probably be replicated by a modern singing birthday card, let alone a smartphone. Alright, shifting gears to something that feels like it's been lifted directly from the pages of a cyberpunk novel. We're talking about brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs, and specifically, Elon Musk's ambitious and somewhat controversial company, Neuralink. Their stated goal is nothing short of revolutionary: to develop ultra-high bandwidth brain-machine interfaces to connect humans and computers. Essentially, they want to allow your brain to directly communicate with and control external devices and vice versa. Neuralink is working on implantable devices that consist of tiny, flexible threads, thinner than a human hair, which are embedded with electrodes. The initial applications Neuralink is targeting are medical. Now, when you think of 3D printing, you probably picture small plastic trinkets, prototypes, or maybe even custom medical implants. But what if I told you that 3D printing technology has scaled up to the point where it can now print entire houses? Yes, you heard that right. We're talking about large-scale additive manufacturing using materials like concrete to construct the walls and basic structure of a home, layer by layer, in a remarkably short amount of time. Companies around the world are developing and deploying massive 3D printers, some of which are gantry-style systems that span the entire build area, while others are robotic arms that extrude a specialized concrete mix. The speed is one of the most impressive aspects. Some companies claim they can print the structural components of a small house in under 24 hours. This technology offers several potential advantages over traditional building methods. This next fact often sparks a lot of debate and raises some pretty deep questions about what it means to be a person, or at least, what it means to have a recognized status in society. In 2017, a humanoid robot named Sophia, developed by Hong Kong-based company Hanson Robotics, was granted citizenship by Saudi Arabia. This made Sophia the first robot in the world to receive citizenship of any country. It was a highly publicized event, and it definitely got people talking. Sophia is known for her human-like appearance, her ability to make facial expressions, and her capacity to engage in conversations, powered by AI. The decision by Saudi Arabia to grant her citizenship was seen by some as a progressive step, a nod to the future of AI, while others viewed it as more of a PR stunt, or even a concerning precedent. The controversy and discussion around Sophia's citizenship highlight the complex ethical and legal territory we're entering as AI becomes more sophisticated. Finally, let's venture into the realm of computing that sounds like it's straight out of advanced theoretical physics because, well, it is. We're talking about quantum computers. These machines are not just faster versions of the classical computers we use every day. They operate on entirely different principles, leveraging the bizarre and fascinating laws of quantum mechanics to perform calculations that are currently intractable for even the most powerful supercomputers on Earth. Classical computers store information as bits, which can be either a 0 or a 1. Quantum computers, on the other hand, use qubits. Thanks to quantum phenomena like superposition, a qubit can represent a 0, a 1, or a combination of both simultaneously. Furthermore, through entanglement, qubits can be linked in such a way that their fates are intertwined, regardless of the distance separating them. These properties allow quantum computers to explore a vast number of possibilities concurrently, giving them an exponential advantage for certain types of problems. Quantum computing is still in its nascent stages. So, there you have it. 10 tech facts that I hope have given you a new perspective on just how rapidly our world is changing, and in some pretty unbelievable ways. From the sheer number of devices surrounding us to AI that can create art, and from the pocket supercomputers we carry to the dawn of quantum computing, the pace of innovation is just relentless. It's a lot to take in, and some of these developments are happening so fast it's hard to keep up, even for those of us who follow this stuff closely. Each of these facts opens up a whole universe of possibilities, challenges, and ethical considerations. Technology is a tool, and like any powerful tool, it can be used in incredible ways. But it also requires us to think carefully about its implications. It's clear that we're living through a period of profound technological transformation, one that will likely reshape society in ways we can only begin to imagine. It's exciting, a little bit daunting, but undeniably fascinating. But now I want to hear from you. Which of these facts blew your mind the most? Was it the idea of your phone outmuscling Apollo 11's tech? Or maybe robots gaining citizenship? Perhaps the thought of AI writing a symphony or Neuralink connecting brains to computers? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm really curious to see what resonated with you all. And of course, if you enjoyed this journey into the wild side of tech, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more awesome tech content, and share this video with anyone you think needs their mind blown a little today. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.